All right, welcome back. And before we get started, I'm going to go into the portfolio to show you how it's doing and what is going on over here, because I'm not a person that just talks about stocks. I'm not a person that just talks about money. I show you guys my returns. I show you what I'm doing with my portfolios to show you that I, at least at the very least, know a little bit about what I'm talking about, right? So before we get into today's topic, let's go over the portfolio. Let me turn on my screen recorder right now. All right, screen recorder is on, and the first thing I'm going to do is go into my public account, which is where I fund and hold my dividend only portfolio. I have multiple portfolios, but I told you all that I would start a dividend only portfolio, and I started this on public, and I started it last year, right? Or maybe it was 2024. But here we are. You can see right there. You can see the total is $23,415, a little bit over that. And just to show you that it's not all fluff, if we go to my all-time, I'm up over 22%, you all. I'm up over 22% in this particular portfolio. I've made over $4,000 with this portfolio. And again, this is my dividend only portfolio. So not only have I made over 4,000 with stock appreciation, but I'm also getting that monthly payout in dividends every single month without me having to do anything at all, right? And so I'm going to switch now to show you my dividends. I'm going to dividend tracker, open it up. Boom. You'll see it right there. It's going to adjust. And there we are. So right now, currently, my monthly average is $161.03. That is what I'm earning on average every single month. Meaning I am not going to earn anything less than that moving forward, right? So my next goal, you'll see, is $175. I believe we'll be able to get up to that relatively soon, relatively fast. I told you all that by the end of this year, I want to have this portfolio earning me $250 a month. $250 a month by the end of this year. And I think next year's goal will be $400. We're doing this in increments. You don't have to do it all at once. You can take your time and build this thing out the way you want to and the way it fits your lifestyle according to what you need financially, right? I see that's the most important thing. Again, I started this portfolio with $10. I started this portfolio with $10, and ever since I've been just gradually putting in money every single week whenever I can. That's outside of my everyday normal investing into VOO and into crypto, right? So that's outside of those. Outside of that, I have this going on for me, right? And so by the end of the year, I want to be up to that $250 mark. And I think we're making some really, really good progress. But today I want to talk about a stock that I think we could all benefit from. I won't say we all, I'll just say me. Because I've talked about this stock before, and I think right now it's a really, really good sell price in the stock market. It's been beaten up a little bit, and there's a little bit of negative talk concerning Vegas. But before we get there, let's talk about sports betting, because I think this has a lot to do with Vegas as well. Okay, let's talk about sports betting. Do you all know that sports betting has taken over the majority of young people's finances? Do you all know? Have you all seen? I'm pretty sure you already know that if you watch sports at all, or if you listen to a podcast, chances are you cannot go a single day without hearing some type of sports betting app being pushed on these platforms. That's how big sports betting has become. Sports betting is one of the biggest problems that is plaguing our current generation right now financially. And it's the reason why people can't let go. Here, let's watch this video. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm going to speak on this since gambling just came to Missouri. Don't do those sports betting apps. Like, it's just a deep hole. Like, you can win sometimes. You're gonna lose way more than you win, and the times you do win, you only bet probably a little bit because you're so used to losing that you don't want to put nothing in big. So now when you win that little time, you're like, oh, this time I'm put a little bit more in. Then you lose, and you continue losing, then you finally win again. You get that dopamine hit you, and you like, okay, this I'm gonna win this time. Win this time. You lose, and then you like, okay, let me put a little bit more money in to get that back. You lose that, okay, you like, okay, let me put a little bit more money in to get that. And then while you're stay losing money, you're also losing like mind capacity, like brain capacity, like because every time you make a pick, you like you studying it so hard, and you like, okay, you've been so careful, so careful, so careful, and then you like, this gotta be it. You say go, and you lose, and all that build up to be let down. It's a bunch of up and down, up and down, up and down. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's an emotional roller coaster that's losing you money at the same time. It is not okay. It can be fun if you let it be fun, but it can also teeter on being annoying. It could teeter on being like just wasting time.
Yeah, let me jump in here. A lot of what he's not saying is that, or what he's trying to say is that it's a bad habit. Sports betting has become a bad habit that has attached itself to a lot of our modern day Americans who just have normal 9 to 5 jobs, right? Even the rich people. If you go and you look at some of our huge entertainers and artists, you'll see Drake making, huge 6-figure bets, right? And then he'll post his wins. He won't post his losses so much, but he'll post those wins, right? And that's really everybody. Everybody's going to post their wins, right? Everybody will post their wins. What you won't see often is that somebody who always posts their losses, because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to believe that they're losing more than they're winning. They want you to believe the opposite, right? Here, I'll prove it. Let's go into the comments of this particular video right here. First, the very first comment says, no shade, bro. You got to learn how to bet safer. I've been there. Do your research, and you have to learn from your mistakes. If not, it's death time to pack it up. You have to protect your bankroll and not bet every day wagering heavy. But most importantly, stay away from parlays as well. Watch how much more you'll hit. Tap in with people that can help you, point you in the right direction. You need something to help you stay on top of analytics, and that's what I try to do here. Take one of my free picks every now and again. Trust me, I know the feeling, but if you bet smarter, it can definitely make you more money than your 9 to 5 or just as much. And this is the trap that a lot of people fall into. He's literally promoting himself. His name is Projected Plays. That's the name of his account. NBA projections and smart props bankroll. You got people promoting themselves, and this is literally the trap that everybody else falls into. It's not that betting is bad. It's that you're just not betting smart, bro. It's not that sports betting is evil, or that it can drain your bank account, or that it's not really good for you. It's not a good practice to assume. It's just that you don't have the right plays. You don't have the right plays to net you wins, to net you more wins than losses, bro. If you follow me, I will get you those wins. It's the same shit. This is the same performative bullshit that you'll see time in and time out, time and time again, all over the place in the market with these people that spend their entire life sports betting. And see, where they make their money is getting you to sign up for their sports betting plays. That's where they make their money at. See, it's easy to take somebody else's money to go play with. It's not so easy to take your own money and put your own money up when you ain't got none. But see, when you're waiting for it, and then you got 30 to 50 people every single month pouring in $20, $30 a month. That money builds up fast, and you start looking at things like, damn, well, these idiots actually bought this shit. Okay, well, let me put some plays. Let me just throw some plays out here. And if you throw your plays out there and you hit 1 out of 10, then you can start flossing online and say, hey, I hit this play though. We made some money on my team. When you join my team, we making money. They're not going to tell you about all the other L's that the team has taken because nobody wants to be the one that was stupid enough to sign up for it and take losses financially. So they're not going to be seen. They count on y'all being silent when you lose. They count on you being silent when you lose. Loud when you win, but quiet as a house mouse when you take an L in sports betting. Here's more. Let's read some more. Not gonna lie, bro. I discovered it when I was 18 in 2022. I'm 21 now. Had my big 5K wins, had those rock bottom moments, and I think I'm coming close to calling it. Somebody else says single bets, live bets, 2 parlay the most. Control your bankroll and discipline. These people really think that they can. These people really think that they can beat Vegas. There's a reason these sports betting apps are making bankrolls off of y'all. There's a reason for that. And the reason is most of y'all think like this. Most of you think that you are just you're too smart for the apps. Like you're the one standout that can beat Vegas. You're never going to beat Vegas. You're never going to, even if you win today, we'll get you tomorrow or we'll get you next month. We'll get you. We're not worried. We're not worried about that little 2K that you won. Yeah, post it online. Post it to your friends. Post it to your close friends. Post it in your groups. Post it everywhere. Let everybody know that you used our app to win that $2,500 so that they can come on and sign up and get on board too. Meanwhile, the entire time, you're not going to post that you just lost 1K last week. You're not going to post that you just gambled away your rent money 2 weeks ago. You're not going to post that you've been taking L's all year long. And that you just now hit a small little pocket of money that you bragging about online. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. It's perception over reality. That's what we're getting. It's perception over reality. These people are not real people that win every single day. This person actually said, you can make more money doing this than you do with your 9 to 5. We gotta learn how to pick out a fool when we see one, y'all. We have to learn how to pick out a fool when you see one. All right? This one says, I'm not gonna lie. I want to stop, but I can't. I hope it gets banned, though. That's the only way. Do you see what I'm saying? At least this person was honest enough to tell you all about his addiction. He wants to stop. He wants to stop betting, but he can't. And it's the dope. He used the perfect word when he was talking about this. It's the dopamine hit that you get when you actually win one. That dopamine hit carries you on into the next parlay and the next play and the next parlay and the next big hit and the next one. All hopeful W's. And even when you lose, you will tell yourself, I'll get him next time. That's what the dopamine hit does. The dopamine hit is there to keep you on the high. It's there to keep you around. It's there to keep you engaged. It's there to keep you active in the game. And so for that reason, I want to talk about Vici, okay? I want to talk about Vici properties. I've talked about Vici properties in the past. Because if you're looking for something to bet on, don't bet against Vegas. Don't bet against Vegas. You bet with them. You bet with them. And what are you betting on? You're betting on the people. You're betting on the people showing up every single year. You're betting on the people showing up every single year to Vegas to spend their hard-earned tax dollars in those casinos on that Las Vegas Strip. That's what you're betting on. And I think, in my opinion, that's a much safer bet for an investor than trying to figure out which parlay is going to hit. Right? Because actively right now, in the year 2025, do y'all know that it was still, the year 2025, everybody largely thinks of as a down year financially. 2025, everyone thinks of as a year that was pretty bad. We talking about multiple tens of thousands of jobs that were lost across every sector. You're talking about people that went defunct on paying their car notes. You're talking about people that lost their houses because they were unable to keep up with their mortgage payments. 2025 is largely thought of as a down year for Americans when it comes to finances. But do you know that in 2025, look it up, you can look it up, that the city of Las Vegas still received over 35 million visits from people that did not live there. Over 35 million people still found a way to visit Las Vegas and spend their hard-earned cash dollars. So, in my opinion, betting on Vegas and betting that people will continue to show up no matter what the climate is outside, no matter what the financial climate is, no matter what the GDP is saying, no matter what the Fed is saying, people are still going to find a way to come to Vegas and spend that money because they want to have a good time. You only live once. Ain't that what they say? You only live once. That usually precedes a bad decision that you're about to make. Usually precedes a bad decision that you're making. You only live once. So all of your only live oncers are still finding a way to make it out to Vegas, to make it to the casinos, and lose money. That sounds like a bet that I can get behind. And one of the things that would allow you to take advantage of that is Vici Properties, y'all. Okay? I'm going to drop down here and read about Vici just for you so you can get an idea. Vici Properties Incorporated is an S&P 500 experiential real estate investment trust that owns one of the largest portfolios of market-leading gaming, hospitality, wellness, entertainment, and leisure destinations, including Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, MGM Grand, and the Venetian Resort, Las Vegas, three of the most iconic entertainment facilities on the Las Vegas Strip. Vici Properties owns 93 experiential assets across a geographically diverse portfolio consisting of 54 gaming properties and 39 other experiential properties across the United States and Canada. Okay? So again, this is a company, all right? This when you're investing into Vici Properties, you're investing into the best of the best, the top of the line when you're talking about casinos. All right? Top of the line. So if you're looking for a way to take advantage of Vegas, then you bet with them. You bet with them. You don't bet against them. You bet against them, you're going to lose. You might win today, but you're going to lose tomorrow. So if you really want to bet with Vegas and you want to collect some of those winnings and you want to really take advantage of all the people that keep going out there to spend their money, I think Vici Properties is the way for me, okay? You look at the overview, again, you'll see that they've been down over a while, down 10% last 6 months. Over the year, they're down nearly 2.5%. 5-year mark, though, they're up nearly 8.5%, okay? Nearly up 8.5%, and I think this price is a great price to get involved with Vici Properties. And one of the best things that I love about Vici Properties is what they pay out in dividends. They pay out a hefty 6.14%, you all. And this number could be wrong because it's known to be wrong or a little bit off on stock analysis, but it's over 6%. They pay over a dividend yield that is over 6%. What that comes out to is at least 45, in between 40 and 45 cents per share. And if you drop all the way down here to the dividend chart, you'll see that their dividend has done nothing but increase. Love to see this. Love to see this chart. So when people say that they believe in Vici Properties and they're long on Vici Properties and they believe in the success of Vici Properties and what they're going to be able to accomplish, They're also going off of that 5-year chart where you have nothing but a dividend increase being shown in their history. It's only going up. Okay, it's only going up. So you're winning. Not only are you winning with the stock appreciation, hopefully over the years, but you're also winning when it comes to that dividend yield being over 6%. That is a pretty hefty dividend for a stock these days that is under $30. Okay, go to the forecast. Let's see what the forecast says. 14 analysts that cover Vici Property stock have a consensus rating of buy and an average price target of $34.21, which is up. That would be up. So they're estimating this stock should be at least 16 to 17% more than whatever it is right now, which right now it's under 30. So again, the lowest, let's see, which forecast? Yeah. And then the lowest target is at $30 and the highest is at 38. So again, remember, these stock analysts are people that just like you and I. They get paid to come in, look at a stock, look at their business, look at their future projections, their earnings, and then come up with a consensus on whether or not you should buy, hold, or sell it. Okay. And right now they are saying that Vici Properties is a buy. Okay. And it's on its way to a strong buy if it drops anymore. But listen, for me, Vici Properties is something that I've already invested in. I have Vici Properties in my dividend portfolio, actually. Let me see. Let me open it up. I don't have too much in Vici, but I'm going to open it up. Okay, Vici Properties, I have 10 shares of, okay? And you can see that I'm down $20. I'm down $20, not a big deal. I have over 10 shares of Vici Properties. If I go up here and click on these 3 buttons, I can actually look at the history. And you can see my dividends right there. So you can see my dividends have been increasing. I've been reinvesting all of them. It went from all the way down from 312 to, and then it increased to, I added another $100 back in September of last year. It got me $4.65, and then it's $4.71. Again, Vici Properties pays out quarterly, you all. So 4 times a year, you will receive that nice dividend payout of 6%. Again, this is what these are my holdings here that you're seeing on the screen. Vici Properties. I'm not talking about anything that I haven't invested in myself. I put my money where my mouth is every single time, y'all. So I have over 10 shares. And at this price point, I am looking to purchase more of Vici Properties. That's me. You all have to determine whether or not it's a good bet for you to add to your portfolio. Let me know what you all think. Let me know what you all think about Vegas. Before we get out of here, let me show you one more thing, because there were a lot of losers. We know the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was just a couple days ago, right? The Super Bowl was just 4 days ago. Let me show y'all something. I came across this headline and I said this is going to be good for the channel, just to show people how much people are losing. Rick Ross, Lil Yachty, Moneybagg Yo, and more shared their Super Bowl bets. Let's take a look at their bets. Their bets: Pro Football champion, Seattle versus New England. They bet on New England. This was Rick Ross's bet. He bet on New England to win. Of course, we all know what happened. They lost, and they lost badly. He bet $10,000. Lost it all. Who was this? Moneybagg Yo also bet on New England. He lost $15,000. Lil Yachty bet on New England, and he lost he bet $50,000. Lost it all. Big X the Plug bet on New England as well, and he lost $20,000. Matt Rife bet on New England and lost $10,000. So you got 4 to 5 different people who have money, and they all lost it. They all lost cumulatively over $100,000. I know you're thinking to yourself, for them, that's nothing. But if I can get you all to understand that most of us are not them. Most of us cannot afford to lose money at all. You can't afford to lose $10. Most people in America right now cannot afford to lose $10, let alone 100, 1,000, or Godspeed if you lose any more than that, right? So I wanted to show you all what people are out here doing. These people, you can say they have money, but I want you to know that a lot of these artists are a lot broker than y'all think they are. Yeah, a lot of these artists are a lot more broke than y'all think. Anyway, listen, these are my thoughts. Drop yours down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Remember to invest diligently, but more importantly, invest responsibly. I'll see y'all later.